Welcome back. The costume designer designs, well, the costumes, of course. Costumes are clothes that people, like you and me, can wear to look like their characters, in this case, pirates. I'm sure you have all worn a costume once or twice before for Halloween, a school show, or something similar. Costume designers start by creating renderings. These are drawings that show exactly what each character will wear and exactly what each clothing item will look like. From these pictures and the measurements of the cast members, the costume shop will start sewing the clothing items needed or start pulling them from costume storage. The costume designer will meet with each cast member while they are making the costumes to make sure the costumes will fit. These costumes are just starting to be built. All the actors will be fabulous pirates by the time you get here. The next designer, the lighting designer, has to wait to start designing until after the scenic designer has created his ground plan. The lighting designer might also come to a few rehearsals to see exactly where on the stage the actors will be standing. I light up part of the stage when no one is going to be there. From this information, the lighting designer will create a light plot. Like a ground plan, this plot shows exactly where everything will go, except instead of walls or chairs, it shows lights. These are just some of the lights we are using for this show. They will allow us to make all types of cool things on the stage, but most importantly, they will let us see the actors in the darkened theater. Last, but not least, is the sound designer. The sound designer does different things for each show. Sometimes they get to choose what music and what sounds need to be used. Sometimes they are told what sound is needed and they get to record or find that sound. They are also in charge of deciding who gets to use the microphones and where the microphones will be placed on stage. Sometimes for musicals they will work with live musicians, but for this show, all of the music is pre-recorded. All we have to do is push go. For musicals, there is also a choreographer. Much like a designer, the choreographer is in charge of creating an aspect of the show, in this case the dances. They are usually very unique. The choreographer teaches their dances to the cast members, the actors and dancers, who will go on to perform them for the audience. The cast, the performers, are actually one of the last groups of people to be brought in. They audition for the director, and if chosen, they begin attending rehearsals only about a month and a half before the performances. However, they do just as much work as everybody else. They have to memorize all of their lines, all of the music, and all of the dances. They work very closely with the director and the stage manager. After the cast, some of the final people to join a production are the run crew. They are crew members who only show up for the run, or the performances. They start coming to rehearsals about a week before the first performance to start practicing their parts. They might be in charge of taking care of the costumes, raising or lowering curtains, starting or stopping music, or changing the lights when the stage manager tells them to. It takes a lot of people together to make a musical possible, but the final and most important people to come? You. The audience is what makes each show an exciting and memorable event. We need good audiences in order to have a good show. I'm sure you will be wonderful audience members when you can. Thanks for watching my video. See you again soon.
Created using Powtoon.